Hey guys, welcome back to E-Bike Random Adventures. Today we're going to be checking out this ZapRun W6 scooter. This scooter does have a 500 watt motor in the front, does have a 10.4 amp hour battery that has a max voltage of 42 volts. The scooter gives you a top speed of up to 22 miles per hour, and they do claim a range of up to 23 miles. We will test out some of that. This scooter does have a weight limit of 264 pounds, and this is a real lightweight scooter, guys. You can fold it over, and the scooter just weighs in at just 33 pounds. In a minute, I'll show you how to fold that scooter, but first let's talk about some other features. The scooter does come with a headlight, and it does have a tail light and brake light in the rear, and it does come with a click bell. You have a thumb throttle on this one. It can be set up for zero start or non-zero start. This scooter does have a dual braking setup. You get the single disc brake in the rear. The lever is over here on the left side. And on the front motor, you do have the eABS. The strength of the eABS can be adjusted in the app control. In addition to that, the scooter does have a cruise control function that can be enabled or disabled through the app control or through the single button here. Everything can be done through the single button here or through the app control. This scooter does not have suspension, guys, but it does come with the 10-inch pneumatic tires that will give you some shock absorption over the bumps. Let's talk a little bit more about the size of the scooter, guys. The handlebars are at 48 inches here. It does have a nice long deck. I do have size 12 feet. I'll show you how my feet do fit on this deck. Plenty of space on here. I can easily get both my feet on here. You can prop your foot up in the back here like this. Okay, let me show you how easy it is to fold the scooter. Just unlock the knob here in the front. Unscrew that. Release the mechanism. You can fold the handlebars over. You can use the click bell as the hook here and hook it on this hook in the back. Then you can pick the scooter up just like this. Like I said, guys, this scooter only weighs 33 pounds, so this is going to be real easy to transport in your car. Bring it back up, latch the folding mechanism. This folding mechanism is made out of metal, guys, so it's gonna be nice and secure. Tighten that down. All right, guys, let's take this ZapRun W6 out for a ride. All right, guys, I'm out here on the W6 scooter. Let me show you how to operate the scooter manually without the app control. Some people just don't like to use an app, so you got the single button here, and you can do everything through this single button. Let's see, press it once, turns your headlight on. Press it once again, headlight off. Double tap it will change the speed mode. Right now we're on D, which they call balanced mode. I call it drive mode. Double tap that, you get sport mode. Double tap it, eco mode. Double tap it, back to the drive mode, balanced mode. All right, guys, tap it 3 times and you can change it from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. There we go, we're on kilometers. Tap it 3 times to put it back. All right, tap it 4 times. It's going to change the zero start or the non-zero start mode. Right now we have power, so it's on zero start mode. Tap that 4 times. You'll get the beep. Now you're not going to have your throttle unless you roll. Then you'll have your throttle. Some people like that. I like the zero start to be on, so I'm going to tap it 4 times and turn it back on. All right, throttle's back. All right, this scooter does have cruise control as well. To deactivate or reactivate the cruise control, you are going to tap the button 5 times. All right, guys, let me give you a look at the app. This app is called Voltrix. I've used it for some other scooters as well. It is a nice app, guys. You get the mile per hour reading there. You get your battery life. I have already ridden this scooter 1 mile today. I was out here doing some drone filming earlier, so I am starting this ride from 92%. So whatever range we get today, we're going to add 1 mile to it. Right here, you got your settings. Press that little gear. Turn your cruise control on and off. You can change your braking strength for your eABS. I did put it to strong. It comes on medium, so you can change that. Got your driving mode, that's your speed modes. There's your zero start, and you can change your speed limit. The maximum is 22 miles per hour. If you give the app permission, you can hit the little navigation thing right here. It will open Google Maps for you. You can lock and unlock the scooter right here. This is your headlight switch right here. All right, guys, so the app is pretty cool as well. All right, guys, let's go for a ride. This is the other app I'm going to be using today. I do have the speed mode app open. We are going to check the speeds here. Let me get this thing in eco mode. We'll start there. Let's see what eco mode can do. We'll see if the GPS matches up with the onboard speed there. All right, it's showing us 9 miles per hour on board here, 9 miles per hour on the GPS, so that is accurate. We bump this up to balance mode. It did not cancel the cruise, that's pretty cool. This one should give us 15 miles an hour. All right, let's see what the GPS says. GPS is actually showing 15 as well, so does have an accurate speedometer, guys. I'm gonna put that GPS in my pocket. We will go over here, we'll do the hill climb on sport mode. When we get to the top of the hill, we'll do a top speed run and see what it can do. It's supposed to be able to get up to 22 miles per hour. This scooter, they say it has a 264-pound weight limit. I weigh 215, so I'm more towards the upper end of that weight limit, so we'll see how it handles with me on it. Scooter feels pretty good, guys. These 10-inch pneumatic tires just feel quite a bit better than those little small wheels. Even though the scooter don't have suspension, you're going to be able to run over some bigger bumps with these pneumatic tires. All right, let's put it in sport mode here. Double tap it. We're gonna go up the hill climb here. We'll see what kind of speed we can get up this hill with the scooter, guys. This is a pretty big hill. Let's go. The handlebar height here is 48 inches. I am 6 foot tall, so that makes this camera angle a little bit low, but I do have the horizon in there. It's kind of hard to show you the handlebars and the horizon. That's just the way it is with scooters. All right, guys, we're climbing the hill here. It's pulling us up. All right, maintained 11 miles per hour. That is not bad at all, guys, for a 500-watt scooter. So this scooter can climb some pretty good sized hills, guys, even with a heavy rider like me on it. If you're lighter, this thing's gonna do pretty well. All right, guys, I'm on a pretty flat spot on the road here. Let's do an acceleration run on this one. We are in sport mode, and then we will go on and do the top speed. There's 10, 15, 20. There's 21, and it feels like we're going 21. All right, guys, there you go. That is the top speed of the scooter. It did show us 21 on the GPS, showed us 22 on the onboard, and that's with a 215-pound rider. So balanced mode gives you 15 miles an hour, cruise control set. That is gonna be pretty much your best cruising speed on this one. If you're going for the longest range, you need to put it on eco mode, but that's gonna run you just 9 miles an hour. So if you wanna get somewhere in a decent amount of time and still get a little bit of good range, this balanced mode is where it's at. All right, guys, so it took me a little bit of trial and error there. I had to get on a real smooth road with no bumps, but I was able to set the cruise control at an in-between speed. So if eco mode at 9 miles per hour is just too slow for you, and you don't want to run 15 because you're trying to get a little bit longer range, you can set the cruise control at 12 miles an hour. Just got to hold it steady, avoid the bumps until the cruise sets. All right, guys, let's get it up to 15 here. We'll pull these brakes. I will tell you guys, these brakes are pretty strong. We'll pull it from the end of the pavement here. You want to lean back on this one a little bit with these brakes because they're pretty strong, guys. There you go. All right, we pulled the brakes from the end of the pavement there, going 15 miles an hour. Took us about 15 feet here to stop. So, but the brakes are pretty tough on this one, even though it has just a single disc brake in the rear. It also has the EABS, which I did turn up in the front. Let's try that EABS out. I'm gonna try to get into it without really touching that the disc brake in the back. Let's just see what the EABS can do. I do have it turned up to the max. It's kind of hard to get that to activate without hitting the disc brake. Well, let's try it here. Most of that was motor braking, guys. Inevitable that you're gonna hit the disc brake just a little bit because you gotta activate the sensor in here. But most of that stopping force was the EABS. We'll try it again. Nice. So I do like EABS a lot. It really helps on the downhills just to put a little bit of drag on it, keep you from going so fast. One thing about the front wheel drive, you do have to keep a little bit of weight on the front to keep that front wheel from spinning out. All right, it got us up that hill. See, if you lean back just a little bit on it, that front wheel will spin out on you. I'm sure you guys can hear that. Feels pretty decent over the bumps so far, just because of the size of the wheels. Bigger wheels just make bumps disappear. Let's go take it out the trail here. Tell you the truth, this is not bad at all. The big pneumatic tires really help out here. I've had some small solid tire scooters that I just wouldn't want to take out here. Those solid tire scooters, they don't have much grip off-road anyhow. The rubber on these tires actually grips in. So here's some big whoop-de-doos here. Let's hit them carefully, let the scooter do its thing, and we made it across. This is not good for range, guys. I'm just showing you what you can do in case you want to use this scooter, put your backpack on and your fishing pole and head out to the lake or something. All right, guys, we made it out here to the lake. So you can get a little ways out off the road if you want to. And we're doing just fine. All right, guys, that's as far off-road as I'm gonna take this one. Let's head back to the road. I think we got more than enough range here to make it to town and back. So that goes to show you guys, you can even get a little bit off-road with this scooter if you want to. No problem. I bet we probably used 20% battery going out to that lake and back. That's a lot harder on the scooter than rolling out here on the street. Take a little shortcut here. Avoid the traffic. Testing the scooter out on this broken sidewalk a little bit. I know a lot of people ride on the sidewalk, so it feels just fine, to be honest. Check this out. Absolutely, this thing can definitely handle broken sidewalks, guys. One thing I did fail to talk about, guys, was these hand grips. They're kind of rounded hand grips, and they are pretty grippy. They have a nice rubberized feel to them, guys. So it's pretty easy to hang on to this handlebars. Like, my hands haven't slipped off or anything because these things are pretty grippy. All right, guys, I'm gonna ride the scooter a few more miles. I will be back to give you our final range and my final thoughts on the ZapRun W6. All right, everyone, rolled back into my area on the ZapRun W6. The speed app I was using did turn off on me, so I did lose my range information, guys, but I rode a route that I ride all the time, so that was about 12 miles I rode today. Plus, I rode about a mile earlier when I was doing some drone filming. So I did put about a total of about 13 miles is my best estimate on this ride, guys, and the battery is pretty much essentially dead now. It is showing 10% on the app, and it started flashing red just about a half a mile ago here, so. And I did ride doing the testing, I did some off-roading, I did a little bit of high-speed runs back and forth a couple times, and then for the rest of the ride, I did have it on balanced mode, which ran me about 15 miles an hour, guys, and we did end up around 13 miles of range on this ride. I am 215 pounds, so if you did keep the scooter on road and you did ride on that eco mode, you might have a possibility of getting that 23 miles of range out of the scooter. Riding it the way I did today, you're gonna get somewhere between 10 and 15 miles of range on the more middle speeds. All right, everyone, besides that, the scooter is very solid. It was a very comfortable ride. Even though it doesn't have suspension on it, it was actually very comfortable over the bumps with these large tires. I did enjoy the ride today. My feet don't hurt or anything like that after riding about 13 miles. The braking is really good on this one. You do get the bell, you do get the cruise control, and let me show you that light again. It's not quite dark enough out here to see the light, but it is a pretty bright little beam on there. And you also do get this tail light and brake light in the rear that's pretty bright. So everyone, my final thoughts on the ZapRun W6 scooter, guys. This is a nice, solid little scooter. If you just need a little commuter scooter to get back and forth to town or something like that, or back and forth to school, or if you just want to get out and have a little bit of fun and cruise around a little bit, this thing rides nice and smooth, guys, and it does feel like a pretty solid scooter to be on. All right, guys, this is definitely a decent little scooter for a budget price. There was no real red flags on this one at all. I didn't have any issue with the scooter at all. Everything worked as advertised. All right, guys, if this is the scooter for you, I will put the link for this one in the description below the video. I do appreciate you guys watching. Please hit like and subscribe to the channel for more e-bike and scooter content like this. I will catch you in the next one.